Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Vikram. In this class, we'll try to understand page, block and line memory management techniques. So this class is totally based upon our previous class where we have discussed about the concept of principle of locality. There we have discussed about temporal locality and spatial locality. When we have discussed about spatial locality, we have said that the software implementation of page, block and line is based upon the spatial locality. If you haven't watched that video, please watch that video and come back here. And every video in our channel is going to be a part of entire course or a playlist. Our suggestion is to follow the entire course so that you can have better understanding of the concepts. And the link for the playlist is provided in the description below. In the spatial locality definition, we have said that at any particular point of time, if a particular memory location has been accessed, it is likely that the nearby location will get accessed. So based upon that concept, we have said that the concept of paging, block and line has came into existence. So what it means is, for example, take these three different types of memories. One is auxiliary or secondary memory. It is a hard disk. This one is primary or main memory, which is RAM, cache memory, and this is CPU. So these are the three different types of memories. The higher, this is having a maximum number of, this is the biggest memory in the sense we can store lot amount of data onto this, and next coming bigger size memory is main memory, and the next one is cache memory. So whenever the CPU wants, for example, let's assume that this program, a program is getting executed on this on the main memory, and the instructions are this is getting executed. This is instruction 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the program that is getting executed. So what the CPU will ask is, so I am executing the instruction second. After that, it is going to ask the instruction that is stored at the memory location 3. So instruction at memory location 2 is getting executed. Next, what it is going to ask, more likely, mostly in most of the cases, it is going to ask for the next one. Okay, so what it is going to ask is, I want to get the information that is stored in this third location. So for example, if this instruction is already there, instruction 1 is already there in this location, and there is no instruction, second instruction is not present in this location. So in this location, the second instruction is not present. So first CPU will ask for the next location, next instruction. As it is not there in the cache memory, it is going to get that memory from, it is going to get that instruction from the main memory. So this is the process, how the synchronization, how these memory components will interact with each other and let the program get executed. So with this kind of design, so this is as it is stating that based upon the spatial locality, it is stating that whenever we access a particular memory location, there is a possibility that the nearby location will get accessed. So to make this concept efficient, so to make this concept, to implement this concept, what the designers, the software designers, the operating system designers has implemented is, they have implemented a concept of page, block and line. So what this page, block and line is, a group of memory locations. So the page means it is the group of memory locations. So those group of memory locations, within those group of memory locations, if you are trying to access one word, so the group of words, some set of words will get grouped, and within that group, if you try to access one word, then the entire block of that memory will get transferred onto the next hierarchical memory hierarchy. So what that does mean is, so what this paging means is, so all these memory locations, for example, we are trying to make 4 words as one group. So these are the 4 words which are made as one group. So total we are having 64 words. If we group 4 words as one group, we are going to get 16 locations. So these 4 words, so this is what we call it as page. Grouping of all these words into one location is what we call it as a page. This is not concept, this is not physically done. Physically the memory will be in the same way, but logically it happens. Logically means the software is written in such a way so that all these four locations is combinedly called as page. The CPU knows only the physical address of the memory locations. It does not know about the grouping of the it does not know about the page number or block number. So if the grouping is done in hard disk, it is what we call it as page. If the same grouping, so all these three memories are going to have the same size grouping, which means 4 words are grouped, means 4 words will get grouped in main memory, secondary memory, 4 words will grouped in main memory. Similarly 4 words will get grouped on the cache memory. Okay, so the grouping of the words in the hard disk is what we call it as page. The grouping of words four words on the main memory is what we call it as block, and similarly the grouping of the words on the cache memory is what we call it as a line. So this is very important to understand. The grouping of, so as we have decided that 4 words, we want to group 4 words, and that grouping, if that grouping is done on the hard disk, it is what we call it as page. If that grouping is what we call it as block on the main memory, and the grouping of words in the cache memory is what we call it as line. Okay, so now whenever we group those concepts, this physical memory will look like, conceptually will look like, how it will look like is, so grouping 64 locations as 4 numbers as group, it is going to get 16 lines, 16 pages. So what it is this is page 0. Page 0 is going to have, what are the locations that we have in page 0? It is 0, 1, 2, 3. These 4 locations are made into one group. It is what we call it as page 0. Similarly, if you take page 1, it is going to have 4th, 5th and 6th and 7th locations. Whenever the CPU is going to ask for any one of these locations, for example, CPU is going to ask for second location. So this entire block of memory, this entire page will get transferred onto this main memory. So how the main memory will become? So this is physically it look like in this way, but conceptually how it will look like is, it is having 16 words. 16 words means 16 by 4. As we are grouping them 4 words as one group, 16 by 4 means it is 4 words. So it is going to have 4 blocks. So this first block, it is block 0. This block 0 consists of 0, 1, 2, 3 locations. 0, 1, 2, 3 memory locations. Block 1 is going to have 4, 5, 6, 7 locations. Block 2 is going to have 8, 9, 10, 11 locations. Block 3 is going to have 12, 13, 14 and 15th locations. Okay, similarly if we group 4 words into one group, so this is going to have, as we have 8 words on this entire cache memory will be grouped as line 0 and line 1. Line 0 is going to have 0, 1, 2, 3 and line 1 is going to have 4, 5, 6, 7 locations. So they will be grouped logically, not physically. Physically the memory will be in the same way, but logically whenever we try to do some memory accesses, then these are made as a group, and whenever we try to access any one of the word of the group, the entire group will get transferred onto the next hierarchy, memory hierarchy. So what happens is, if the computer is trying to access the second memory location, okay, so this memory location, the CPU will ask the physical address of 0. It is going to ask for 6-bit physical address 0010. So as it is in this particular page, this memory location is in this particular page, this entire page will get transferred onto this block. So where it will get stored, so all those concepts we are going to understand in our later class. For example, if that page of memory has been stored in the location number 8, okay, so it will get stored onto this. This is going to have the page 0. So where it is getting located, that we will get that information from the page table. Those concepts we will try to understand in our later coming classes. Right now, what is the point that you have to understand in this class is the entire physical memory will get grouped and each, so the way in which we do the group, so where the grouping is done, based upon it the names are given. If the grouping if the group of words is considered in hard disk, it is what we call it as page. If the group of words is considered in main memory, it is what we call it as block. If the group of words are considered in cache memory, it is what we call it as line. So this point is very important to understand in this video. In the later coming classes, we will try to understand how the mapping between the memory transfer. So for example, if you try to access some memory location, the CPU will first check for cache memory. If it is not there, then it will go for main memory. If it is not there, then it will go for secondary memory. So how this mapping is done? So what is the address that the CPU is going to generate? Based upon that address, how we are going to access, how we are going to decide whether that word is present in the cache memory or not, whether it is there in the main memory or not, whether it is there in the secondary memory or not. So that is what we call it as mapping. There are different types of mapping techniques. In our later coming classes, we will try to understand the different mapping techniques that are available. Hope you got the clarity on this concept. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. And if you have any doubts regarding this concept, please post your doubt in the comment section below. And if you feel that this video is helpful to you, please give us a like symbol and please share this video with your friends so that they will also get benefited. Thanks for watching.